Welcome back to another video. Today I am doing an unboxing and review of this Spotlight Oral Care Sonic toothbrush. So I was looking online for a new toothbrush on Amazon. I've had a standard Oral-B toothbrush for about 5 or 6 years now, and the battery's starting to die out and I wasn't finding that it was cleaning my teeth too well, so I wanted to look for something a bit different. I looked at the Philips Soniccares, which are pretty expensive really. The model I was looking at was about £150, and so I saw some reviews on this. I'm based in the UK and this is a UK product, and it got really high reviews on Amazon and people generally said it's a great toothbrush. I think I saw in the Telegraph as well on the toothbrush reviews that this had kind of scored quite highly, so I thought I'd give it a go. So this was about £98 on Amazon. I'll leave a link below so you can see all the details, but on the box itself it's got 3 cleaning modes, up to 48,000 reps a minute, long life battery, auto timer. People said the battery on this is very, very good. And it's designed by dentists. So these dentists, I think they're from Ireland. But I watched a couple of videos online with them and they seem to have some pretty good content. It comes with this little carry case as well. So it's supposed to be good for sensitive teeth, cleaning and polishing. And you get 3 brush heads, hygienic caps to cover the heads with, and a travel case. So they do another model which is slightly cheaper, which doesn't come with a travel case, but I wanted specifically to have this travel case with it. So let me just get this opened up and we'll see what's in the box. So it's got a nicely detailed box, very well packaged, and it's created by dentists. So you lift this section out, and inside we have got the case. This is the carry case. So pretty nice case actually. It looks pretty substantial. Inside is a clip open. Okay, little clip here. Opens up. And in here we have got the toothbrush. So this feels really it's like a matte finish. Really nice quality. It's got a sort of stainless steel button there. There's clean, white, sensitive, battery charge option on there. Standard socket, a little bit like you get on the Oral-Bs. Okay, a little protecting head there. So I'm going to have to charge this up. But again, like with all my product reviews, I'll use this for a while and I'll get back to you on the end of this video, tell you what I think after a few weeks. So that's in the first box. Second box, in here, it's got all the bits. So it's got the 3 toothbrush heads, hygienic caps, and the ink manual. So I like the way this is presented. It's really kind of simple but high quality. So these are the heads. Again, these are nice box to put this in. And this, I normally have the round heads on my Oral-B. These are slightly larger heads, but I'm interested to see what they're like. Here we've got some instructions. So again, directions for use. I saw a few reviews on this, people complaining that they have to use an adapter in other countries, but I said I'm in the UK, this comes with a UK plug apparently. So this whole thing about being designed by dentists, all-in-one cleaning and protecting system, and a bit about a toothbrush, clean modes. And what I liked about this as well, it's fairly simplistic. I know it's a lot of toothbrushes, they seem to have so many features on there that I don't think the majority of people actually use. I think people just want to clean their teeth. I don't think they really give a crap about having all these multiple options of beeping and telling you where you've not cleaned and where you've cleaned. I don't really care about that sort of stuff. I just want to be able to clean my teeth. I've done it for many years. I think I know how to do it. So this seemed to be a good option for me, whereas other brushes seem to come with lots of fancy features, which I don't, for me personally, I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. What else is in here is, UK plug charger, which is great for me because I don't have to dick about now having a 2-pin plug, which I normally have to do with most of my toothbrushes. So this is quite good. We can just go straight in there and charge it up. So you've seen everything in the box. I'm going to use this next couple of weeks. I'll come back to you with my thoughts and feelings about this toothbrush. Hey everybody, welcome back to the second part of this Spotlight Oral Care Sonic toothbrush review. I have been using this toothbrush now for over 6 months and I wanted to give you my opinions on this toothbrush and kind of go over some of the things I like and some of the things I dislike. So starting off with the things that I like about this toothbrush. Initially, when you start using this and you actually start brushing in the way that is recommended for this toothbrush, and just to explain what that is this isn't something that you kind of move side to side like you would with a normal kind of Oral-B with a spinning head. The idea is you actually place it on your teeth, especially on between your teeth and your gums, and you kind of move it around very, very slowly, making sure that you are making contact with the teeth and the gums. Now, initially, I can tell you that felt completely weird. I mean, for at least, I'd say 5 days, I found it very ticklish, and I thought, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to get used to this. So if you're not used to a sonic toothbrush, it does feel completely strange and completely alien, and you kind of think, this is really ticklish and I don't like it in my mouth. But after about 5 days, my mouth started getting used to it, and I was pleased to say that it didn't feel weird at all, and I just had to get used to not trying to scrub. I think that's something that is a pretty standard practice, where people think if I press harder I'm going to clean my teeth better, and that's certainly not the case with this. So the idea is the fine brush head at the end is we're trying to make contact, but we're just trying to not press the top of the brush down. We're just trying to have it lightly pressed so that the actual tips of the toothbrush actually do the work. And they do that work by keeping it in place for a small amount of time in each area, and it beeps, and then you can move to the next section of your mouth. So it comes with instructions, it explains you how to do that, and they've got some great videos as well explaining about that on the YouTube site. But it does take a while to get used to. So that comes to the second point. How does this clean my teeth? Well, I can pleased to say that within, well, I guess 2 or 3 days of using this, my teeth felt the cleanest they've ever felt. I've used a bunch of the toothbrushes in the past, mostly Oral-B with standard bristles, which I've mentioned before, and this cleans my teeth way better than those. It feels like your teeth are being kind of polished. So normally when you move your kind of tongue over your teeth, you can feel like I guess blemishes and marks and things like that. It doesn't feel very smooth, but when you use this, it does have that, it sounds cheesy, that kind of, you've been to the dentist and your mouth feels very, very clean. So the small head on here is very, very good at getting into kind of some of those kind of finer areas, and yeah, the brush head works really, really well. It just does take some time to get used to it. And this was so good that I kind of recommended to my wife, said, look, you need to get one of these toothbrushes because they're brilliant. She got one, and again, she loves hers as well, and she's found that her mouth feels really, really clean, and her teeth have never kind of felt cleaner. So that's a real pro to this as well. What I also found is that the charge on this thing is absolutely fantastic. So you can charge this, and with my Oral-B, I used to charge it, and within say like 7 to 8 days, it probably required a charge. With my toothbrush, I'm probably charging it less than once a month. Sometimes I'm going for like 1.5 months before I need to even charge it, and I'm using that twice a day, so I'm not doing anything weird or unusual. It's just the battery on this is very, very good, and the way that this seems to work, it seems to work very, very efficiently. So the battery on it is fantastic. The third thing which I think is brilliant is that if you're based in the UK, you get a standard plug. Now, if you've used other toothbrushes, especially Oral-B, they come with a 2-pin adapter. And what I've noticed with those, and you've probably had the same problem yourself, is that when you plug them in, sometimes they're very, very loose. So you think you're charging your toothbrush, but you go after, you may charge it in the morning, go back at night, and it hasn't been charging. And you have to adjust the plug or try and find something to make the plug fit properly. And it's just a real pain. With this, when you plug it in, you know it's charging, and there's no problem with that. It charges really, really well, and I said the charge holds for absolutely ages. Fourth thing I like about this toothbrush is the level of detail. So everything comes in these really well packaged boxes. They've put a lot of effort in, and I even like the fact that with the toothbrush itself and with the heads, you get these kind of toothbrush protector heads, so that if you're in a bathroom, you want to protect it from bacteria and things like that. If you don't keep your toothbrush in a cupboard, you can pop that on and protect your head of your toothbrush, which is great. So that's really, really good. I also really I went traveling, and I did a bit of kind of traveling around, and had to go to hotels, etc. And I used the case, and the case works fantastically well. It's a very strong case. It fits well in my kind of like a vanity bag thing, and yeah, the case works really well. Now moving on to a problem, but it's also a good thing as well, and I'll explain why. So what happened with my toothbrush initially is when I had to change the head, so I changed it probably after about 3 months, I did what I do with my normal Oral-B, which was I twisted the head to try and pull it off, and that wasn't what I need to do. What you have to do is you actually have to kind of directly pull it off. So from here, this position here, you just basically pull it, and you can see I'm using quite a lot of effort, which leads on to the initial problem where it's tough to pull off. So if you're not very strong and you're a bit worried about breaking it, that can be a bit of a pain trying to pull this thing off, because you think you're going to break it each time you pull a toothbrush head off. And that leads to the kind of first problem I had. When I pulled this off initially, I ended up twisting this part of the barrel in a kind of wrong way, because I obviously twisted it and turned it and moved it, which led to the fact the toothbrush stopped working. Now it's an easy fix. You can actually maneuver this using a pair of pliers, and it has to be centered in the middle and the vibration goes back in again. But with mine, for whatever reason, maybe I used too much force, but I couldn't get it to recenter. So I actually ended up contacting the support team. Now this is what leads to the kind of the benefit side and the plus side. It was something great about the company. I contacted Spotlight on a Sunday. I sent an email at 3 o'clock, and by 4 o'clock I'd already had a response, and that was on a Sunday. They responded and they gave me such a nice email and basically tried to give me a fix and how to fix this toothbrush, which was great. I tried it, didn't work. I then responded again. I then got a very quick response, and they said, we're going to send you out a new toothbrush. I was blown away. I was kind of like, wow, okay, great, just going to send me out a new toothbrush. And in 2 days time after I made that kind of initial support call, my brand new toothbrush turned up with new heads, case, everything. And I was super impressed, because if I'd done that with a company like Oral-B or Philips, it would have taken forever to get that result. So I was so happy by the fact that their standard of service is fantastic. And that's probably because they're a smaller company, not as big as some of these large companies and not as well known. But still, for that kind of response, to get a brand new toothbrush within 2 days of simply loading a complaint and getting a response so quickly, I was mega impressed. I was super impressed with that company, and therefore I think that's something to consider, is that when you are buying these things, you know, that you kind of want that after service as well, and they give you a fantastic after service, or certainly in my case anyway. That leads me to my kind of final conclusion. This is a great toothbrush. If you're after a new toothbrush, I would certainly check these guys out. I'll leave a link to their website, because they've got some offers on the website, but I'll also leave a link to Amazon. So I got mine off Amazon, and I got it on a little bit of a deal, so you might want to check out both, see the price comparisons. But I highly recommend these toothbrushes. They're very, very good. They're great value for money. They work really well, and for me, I think it's been a great change moving from something like Oral-B to something that's slightly different, a UK based company. But yeah, go check them out. If you've got any questions or comments, let me know below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.